After spending hundreds of thousands of pounds on nip and tucks, Sharon Osbourne is turning her back on cosmetic surgery. The 70-year-old talk TV host's decision comes 2 years after having a facelift she joked made her look like a cyclops. "That one put me off and it frightens me," admits Sharon. "I really effing pushed it with the last facelift and I am now like, no more. Time is against me, I cannot have another facelift." The former talent show judge had previously joked, "One eye was different to the other. I looked like a effing cyclops." Sharon was recently forced to step back from her TV duties to take care of her rocker husband Ozzy, 74, after he got COVID this time last year. But she will be back on her Talk TV Current Affairs panel show next week to cover King Charles's coronation. In an exclusive interview from her home in Los Angeles to mark the channel's first birthday this month, Sharon says, "Ozzy's Achilles heel has always been his lungs, so to get something like COVID that affects your breathing and all of that, it was just torturous. It has been very difficult. Ozzy has been plagued medically by different things that have been wrong. It is like one thing leads to another then another. For some reason he is tested all the time. I think, no more, please God. He has passed all the tests, he has survived, please leave him alone." In February, Ozzy, who has Parkinson's disease, confirmed he was cancelling his touring commitments while he focused on getting better. No rules at Nana's house. The couple are also leaving the US after 2 decades to return to Blighty, where they will move back to the Grade 2 listed home they bought in Buckinghamshire in 1993. Sharon first met Ozzy in the 70s when her father Don Arden was the manager of his band Black Sabbath. When the group fired Ozzy in 1979, Sharon took over managing him as a solo artist. They fell in love and married 3 years later, with Sharon standing by Ozzy as he battled drug and alcohol addictions. After a brief split in 2016 following allegations of infidelity, they reunited and are now closer than ever. Ozzy's recent ill health has seen the pair spending more time together than ever before, which Sharon admits has been testing. She says, "This is the longest time Ozzy has ever been at home. He is driving me crazy, every effing day. Ozzy said to me during COVID, 'Do you think we are spending too much time together?' I'm like, 'Yeah, but where the F do I go? I can't go to a hotel, what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go?' And he said, 'I didn't think of that.'" Getting the music legend back on his feet is now a priority. Sharon says, the biggest love affair of Ozzy's life is his audience and performing. He misses the live audience, he misses his fans terribly. He feels he's let them down. Performing is what he is born to do. Ozzy says to me that he can't do anything as good as performing. I get heartbroken when I hear him say that and knowing he cannot go out and do what he is meant to do. But he will get there. As well as managing Ozzy's recovery, Sharon is overseeing the couple's relocation single-handedly. When she told their 3 children, Amy, 39, Kelly, 38, and Jack, 37, last year the couple were returning to the UK, they were not all pleased with the decision. And every spit and cough of the fallout is being captured on camera for the BBC's reboot of their cult fly-on-the-wall show The Osbournes. Sharon explains, "My son doesn't want me to move. It's hard, but we are such frequent travelers we won't be away for months and months and years. Jack needs to spend more time in England and I will come back on trips. I miss living in the UK, I miss the other part of my family. I miss the lifestyle, I miss the food and I miss the seasons. The upside of filming it all has been seeing the kids more. But the move, people say moving is the most stressful thing and it's being filmed. The hardest thing about coming home is leaving behind her grandchildren, Jack's 4 daughters and Kelly's baby son, who was born 5 months ago." Sharon adds, "I always say it's one of the few gifts of growing old. They come in the house shouting, 'Nana, Nana.' There is nothing like it. Jack will tell me, 'Don't give them this, that and the other.' They come to our house and they go into the sweet drawer and take whatever they want. Jack will say they have to be in by such a time and I'm saying, 'Sure, sure, no problem, and then we are always up way past their bedtimes. There are no rules at Nana's house. The Osbournes reboot will air later this year on the BBC, but until then, Sharon's fans will be able to catch her back on Talk TV. She signed with the station last year after quitting her US show The Talk on CBS. Sharon walked out following an investigation into comments she made in defense of Piers Morgan during a debate over whether his narrative around Meghan Markle was racist. Recalling the fallout, Sharon says, "It is awful, people stare at you and they're nudging. You think, for F's sake, listen to the interview, what did I do wrong? Seriously everyone, lighten up. The backlash has died down now. But with other large companies here in the US, you still have a stigma about you. They say there is no blacklisting but it effing does happen. I'm like, pick on someone who gives AST because I don't give AST. F off with your politeness, F off with it all, I don't care." Smiling, she adds, "The industry is full of bulls tea. There are so many bullsters, I have a effing list." The freedom to speak her mind means Sharon would also think twice about going back as a judge on a talent show, after successful stints on The X Factor and America's Got Talent. She adds, "I don't think I would take a commitment on a talent show again, it's a lot of work. I think, do I want to put myself under that pressure where I'm not able to say certain words? It is a lot of pressure. Everybody is under pressure because some group will come out of the closet and start campaigning against you. I don't think people want the effing trouble." Fronting her current affairs show The Talk on Talk TV has been a breath of fresh air though. And she says she is back on top form after making headlines when she fainted for 20 minutes at the start of the year and had to be taken to hospital. Sharon says, "I am good. I think a lot of it was down to not eating, I was off my food for a while. I think that had a lot to do with it. I spent 2 days in hospital having every test that I have ever had and there was nothing. It was great news. It was self-inflicted really." Now she is back, she is looking forward to some straight talking. She says, "Everything woke annoys me. The way people get their backs up and say, you have to use them and they. I think, oh for F's sake. It is a difficult situation because you don't want to hurt people's feelings but the thing is, look, I totally get it. I have empathy. But can people not take it to the extreme? The whole world is not against you. You will always have closed-minded people, people who aren't sophisticated and aren't tolerant of others. That is the way some people are made and you're never going to change that. But seriously everyone, lighten up. It's like, Jesus Christ, everyone is walking on hot coals." She adds, "It's such a relief to do something that is real. Piers is back too and is riled up as ever. I always go with the flow. But I get fed up talking about effing Harry and Meghan. That is the most boring subject.